interesting, because I said before I went to bed, I am now a sovereign being. I am not giving permission to anybody to invade me or my space before I even went to sleep. So I don't know, was that an invitation?
No, not at all. It's just they just don't give a shit.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, they don't care.
What happened to universal law?
It does. They feel like it does not apply to them.
Oh.
This is why the I do not consent isn't always effective.
Gotcha.
Which is not cool. All right. I just see it as barren. It's like sand, but not sand.
Right.
There's some hills, but nothing large.
Right.
The water feels it's not normal H2O. Let's put it that way.
Right.
It's not a black goo either.
No.
Okay.
It's almost like glass.
Yeah.
Like chopped up glass. But fluid.
Yeah. Yeah.
Something that
it's extremely viscous and thick, but like also it could be sharp.
Right. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Where's the one place here you would most not want to go?
Behind where those two guys are.
Yep, I agree. Okay. I'm bringing in my teams. There's a lot coming in. They're camouflaged for now, but you and I can see them. They're standing in military formation. They're above that water stuff, but they're not touching it.
Okay.
Okay, here's my question. There's more than 100,000? I got a yes. There's more than.
I do too.
More than 200,000. 500,000. There's more than 500,000. There's a lot here. Okay.
You're talking about your team or about them?
My team.
Oh wow.
There's a lot here. This is a big deal, Gina.
Yeah.
I don't even know what they are, but we're going to find out. Okay.
Wow. Just had a chill on that one. Big one.
What's that? A big one?
Yeah, my arms just literally shook.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So we find out that these entities were created for a very specific purpose. Having Gina's validation and knowledge is very helpful in this uncharted territory. We're now hearing about the purpose or intention that these entities have and what they're really about. They chose her home because they know that she was a harder target, a harder nut to crack, so to speak. In a way, she is a threat to them. In this process, I want to make sure that these entities do no harm to her dog Cookie. And while the situation is very serious, dear sweet Cookie loves what we're doing to her and thinks that her new suit is rather pretty. All right, I'm just listening to my main guy. He's saying that they weren't aware of this. Okay. This is new for them, which is fine. I'm asking him, are they Anunnaki? And I call them Anunnakis because Anunnaki and no energy.
Oh.
So I just switch it out. Are these Anunnakis? Yes. Are these hybrids of Anunnakis? Yes. Okay, so why are they at Gina's? Why are they harassing Gina? Because they can, they're saying. Okay, so why Gina? I'm going to just be blunt. Does this have anything to do with me? No. Did you get an answer?
I got a no.
Okay, I got a no on that. So what are they doing? They're trying to infiltrate. Okay, so I'm just going to start talking and let me know if something does not ring true for you.
Okay.
They are invading this country, starting with this city. They are And it has to do with the drug cartels, it has to do with the homelessness, it has to do with all of this stuff. They're enabling that. They're trying to expedite it. It's
Yes,
about the
all of that.
demise of humanity.
Yep.
Okay, and they're in other cities too. They're invading
Yeah.
other cities, mostly southern state cities. They are to create chaos and riots in the streets. They are taking over the humans. They're like they're jumping into human bodies and kicking out the souls.
That's what I got last night, yes.
Okay, they're
Yeah.
jumping into the bodies, kicking out the human souls. They're trying to figure out how many they can take. So they're utilizing the soul energy, even walk-ins.
Oh,
It's a form of inhabitation. It's like an illegal immigrant, basically.
you don't think the original, how about like when somebody's dying, you don't think the original soul says, I don't want to do this anymore, take over?
There's a very strict protocol for it. It's very, very, very rare.
Okay.
But, you know, and there's a lot of structure behind it because there's a lot of protocols. The body can, when the soul is done with the body dies, it decomposes, is the
Right.
idea. It doesn't
Right.
need to have something else come into it.
Right.
These guys are working on inhabiting the weak in San Diego County area. I'm seeing all kinds of cities light up, San Francisco, West Coast cities. Frankly, this is blue state, blue city problems.
Okay.
They've weakened it enough. The Anunnakis have created this army. This is an army, and they've created them to look this way because they're scary looking. So it can cause a psychosis in certain people that are weak. It can,
Gotcha.
okay, now.
So they're just randomly going from house to house, person to person, and trying to.
It's it's no different than infiltrating in a war.
Okay.
When the soldiers come crashing down on your doors, it's that same concept, but in a different dimension. These entities are soulless. There is no soul in them. They were created for a specific purpose to bring down humanity. It sounds a little bit like science fiction, but remember, the truth is always stranger than fiction. If this sounds terrifying, it is. Right now, this planet is being hit from all angles, and there's a universal destructive force that wants us, humanity, as their feeding frenzy. But we don't have to allow this to happen to us. Knowledge is power. I begin to ask her more about what they look like because I want to make sure that we're on the same page. And my soul tribe, my spiritual team tells me that these entities have a hive-like mentality to them. And that is really helpful information. So I'm asking my guy, he says this is brand new. So can this be stopped? I'm asking him. He's literally stating they picked the wrong house with you. And you had the tools and wherewithal to know that this was like A, happening, and B, not cool.
Right.
All right, so we're going to I want to look at Cookie real quick. We're going to put her in an armor of gold, a golden armor suit, armor of God. All right, Cookie, and this is your protection.
It's very pretty.
We're going to do the same for you as well. They can't penetrate that. So I'm asking them, what is the protocol? What is the process? This is why they brought in $500,000. It's not just for here, it's for ridding them. So I'm asking them, can I pulse and bring them up? So they're soulless. It's a form of AI, he's telling me.
Right.
Are their legs kind of long or out of proportion?
Long.
Yeah, they're a little bit longer than normal. Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm asking them, why the dog head? Oh, they have a hive mentality.
Oh.
Okay, so we're here to watch these two. That's why they're here. We're here to watch them. All right, what shuts down the network? Okay, he's telling me I've done this before.
Oh,